From epic battles between titanic sea creatures to the cunning strategies of underwater predators, this video will show you the ocean's most dramatic showdowns that are sure to leave you on the edge of your seat. Get ready for heart-pounding action as we plunge into the mesmerizing world of marine combat. Now, let's dive straight into it. This is why you don't want to get slapped by an orca. If you think orcas and dolphins live in harmony, you are very mistaken. These gigantic orcas are having their playtime with a poor dolphin by stalking it and throwing it around in a ruthless way.
What the hell? Oh my God!
This is what a typical fight between a moray eel and an octopus looked like, but we'll come back to that in a few seconds. Moray eels are one of the most underestimated predators of the oceans. Their bites are extremely nasty thanks to the structure of their jaws. Not only do moray eels have razor-sharp teeth, they also have double jaws and double sets of teeth. The first set of teeth juts backwards so that prey cannot easily escape, and then the second set of jaws shoots forward to pierce the victim, crushing it into pieces before pulling it into its throat. Scary stuff, right? Now imagine an octopus messing around with one such deadly beast. As you can see, it's definitely not a good idea. Luckily though, the octopus is one of nature's greatest escape artists, and they can even regrow lost limbs. You would think that a primitive-looking creature that lacks eyes or even a brain would not be much danger, but you'd be wrong. The terrifying bobbit worm, also known as the sand striker, is a savage predator who shoots out grapple-like hooks to reel in passing fish from the ocean floor. And no, it's not just the tiny fish they're going after. That's just the appetizer. Their main course can be much larger. If your opponent is much larger in battle, you have to outsmart the enemy instead. And if you can't convince them, make sure to confuse them. Just like this 1000 IQ stingray did, creating a kind of ninja smoke bomb effect to escape an attack from a hungry lemon shark. This eel was hiding in its spot, trying to get away from the prying eyes of the sea snake, but the stealthy snake aimed at its prey, diving right into it and swallowing it in one bite. Honestly speaking, the snake was lucky it was one of the smaller ones, or you'd have seen how it would have absolutely annihilated the snake. A group of fishermen caught a hammerhead shark, but then a tiger shark suddenly came along and decided it wanted a piece of the action. And no, the tiger shark wasn't there to save it. Instead, the tiger shark was actually looking for an easy meal. It quickly seized the opportunity and, in true shark fashion, it chomped down on the helpless animal. Have you ever seen a pufferfish in action? It's pretty impressive. Take a look at how a pufferfish puffs up to protect itself from becoming lunch for a vicious eel. Lucky for the eel, the pufferfish got away, or it would have been a pretty sad ending for both of them, because that pufferfish is more poisonous than the eel could imagine. Residing in Australia's reefs is this 6-foot-long olive sea snake who's got a lethal bite. With giant lungs and specialized nostril valves, it can stay submerged for hours at a time and prevent water from ever entering its lungs. Unfortunately for its small prey, it's nearly impossible to escape this predator once it locks its eyes on you. This snake can easily enter small spaces with a tremendous speed, and with the longest fangs of any sea snake, it injects venom that quickly paralyzes and kills the fish. A sneaky flounder jumps out from its unbelievable hiding place to attack an oblivious seahorse. But it seems that this wasn't the first time being attacked by a flounder, as it swims away completely unbothered. A fierce coconut octopus suddenly attacks a crab, using its suckers to restrain the animal. The crab here doesn't stand a chance, as the octopus even injects it with poison using its razor-sharp beak. In just a few minutes, the crab gives up the fight, and with the octopus's digestive enzymes softening the flesh, it can now suck it out and eat it, leaving only the shell behind. This sea turtle found the buffet of a lifetime. Even though the jellyfish is way bigger than the turtle, it doesn't have much of a defense except for releasing some toxins. But the only thing this turtle needs to do to protect itself from it is to close its eyes and keep enjoying the feast. Talk about a clash of the titans, a shark versus an octopus. But let me tell you, the outcome may not be what you expect. This dogfish shark thought it could handle the octopus, but boy was it wrong. The octopus had it trapped in its tentacles in no time. And by the looks of it, this wasn't the first time the octopus had taken down a shark. There were other carcasses lying around as evidence. Did you know that great white sharks go crazy for humpback whale carcasses? I mean, who wouldn't? Those thighs are massive. But get this, in 2019, there was a 13-foot shark off the coast of South Africa that took down a 33-foot humpback whale that was all tangled up in a net and left behind by its buddies. As you've seen by now, nature can be pretty brutal sometimes. Just look at this turtle tearing a beautiful jellyfish to pieces. The jellyfish didn't put up much of a fight, although you can't help but feel bad for the little fish friend who tried to fight back against the sea turtle, but to no avail. King penguins venture into dangerous waters to find food, and let me tell you, they've got some serious skills to avoid getting eaten by predators like the killer whales. In deep water, they can easily twist and turn, making them difficult to catch. But these intelligent predators wait until the penguins head back to shore, where the orcas tend to come out on top. And once they catch a penguin, they squeeze the body out like toothpaste, leaving the wrapper behind. Sometimes you don't need to swim at your fastest to escape a predator, and you can even look like a badass while doing it. This octopus escaped from the jaws of an eel by sitting on its head. He probably thought he might as well try to take a ride if the eel was trying to eat it alive anyway. Imagine being this barracuda who's just been caught on a fishing hook as a huge enemy starts encircling it. Either direction it goes, the barracuda knows it's the end, and that's when the Goliath grouper swoops in and eats it in one bite.
Oh my god! I got all that on video.
And these moray eels fight to the death over a territorial dispute. My only question is, why didn't the cameraman intervene and separate them? Like, come on, you gotta stop them. And here's yet another sea turtle going to town on a toxic jellyfish. But even though this jellyfish can paralyze prey using neurotoxins in their tentacles, the turtle doesn't seem to be affected. While thanks to their scaly skin, they aren't as vulnerable to the stingings as humans are. The only sensitive part of their body is their eyes, which they protect by simply closing their eyelids. Did you know that elephant seals can be just as competitive and aggressive as humans? During the mating season, 5-ton male elephant seals come ashore to fight for the attention of females. And it's not a pretty sight. These guys are massive and strong, so they don't hold back when it comes to biting, shoving, and pushing in order to establish their dominance. It often ends up with one or both of them bleeding out. The peacock mantis shrimp is no ordinary predator. It may only be 6 inches long, but it's a fierce contender in the ocean. This little guy uses sheer force to take down its prey, and with its incredibly complex eyes with 12 color photoreceptors, nothing escapes its attention, not even well-armored and camouflaged crabs. When the crab gets too close, the mantis shrimp unleashes a lightning-fast strike that's faster than a .22 caliber bullet. It's so fast that it even makes the surrounding water boil. The devastating punch knocks limbs of the victim and delivers a quick death. An octopus picks a fight with a mantis shrimp believing it would be easy prey, but quickly finds out why the mantis shrimp is one of the most dangerous shellfish in the ocean. They might look small in size, but these shrimps deliver a solid punch. A shark was looking for an easy meal, and this stingray was on the menu. But if you ever want to see the limits a ray would go to save its life, this is just the video for it. Not only does it beach itself to escape the shark, but it waits for the appropriate time to get back in the water when it's safe and sound. Three killer whales work as a team to force a panicked shark to the surface. The pod wear the shark down, taking opportunistic bites at its fins until one of them moves in to deliver the death blow, flipping the shark onto its back in the process, creating a state of paralysis known as tonic immobility. Then, the pod takes turns at eating and stripping the shark down to its bare bones before disappearing back into the ocean, looking for more animals to add to their long list of kills. A hammerhead shark begins its search for prey by scanning the seafloor for any signs of life. Underneath the sand is a stingray, hiding from the skilled predator. The stingray has no other option but to bolt from cover, but it's too late. The stingray puts up a fight, but eventually, the hammerhead immobilizes it by latching onto its wing. But just when it seems like the hammerhead will enjoy its meal in peace, a bloodthirsty bull shark shows up. The hammerhead has to take off, but returns later to finish its meal. These sperm whales were in a tough spot when they came across a group of killer orcas heading straight toward them. The sperm whales knew they couldn't outswim the orcas, so they used their impressive defense mechanism instead. These whales are the loudest creatures on Earth, so all they had to do was to create loud clicks like gunshots that echoed through the water. And it worked! The orcas immediately left them alone. On one side, we have one of the masters of camouflage, the stonefish, and on the other is the ambush predator, the moray eel, armed with toxic skin of its own and razor-sharp teeth. The eel manages to dodge those pesky venomous spines of the stonefish and sinks its teeth right in. The stonefish doesn't stand a chance against the eel's toxic skin. And just when you thought it was over, the eel bursts out a second set of jaws to finish the job. That fish never saw it coming. And here we have the dramatic showdown with the world's largest carnivorous land mammal, the polar bear, against a herd of walruses. This mighty semi-aquatic animal fails to get his paws on the walruses and their young despite several attempts. Even in his last desperate attempt, the walrus slipped away from him into the water. Looks like his immense strength wasn't helpful enough to get through the thick skin of the walruses, and he had to go to sleep hungry once again. Then there was this epic battle, showing the leopard moray absolutely obliterating its rival, the yellowhead moray. Just look how it devours one of its own kind. This moray eel appears from its lair and swiftly seizes the shark by its head to devour it. While the shark attempts to escape, the eel snatches the shark again by the head, maneuvering it so the head is nestled just inside the eel's cavernous mouth. However, in this situation, the eel tried to bite off more than it could chew, and the shark managed to escape. Make sure to comment down below which of these clips was your favorite, and please leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. See you next time!